I think the stock market could be at a very important fork in the road right now, and if the stock market heads higher from here, could lead to a nasty bear market rally where all the bear market deniers will come out of the woodwork. Everybody will say they're backing the truck up. The bear market is over. The bear market never existed. Buy stocks, buy stocks, buy stocks. And will look good for a little while and ultimately will absolutely murder all of those people that think that, again, the bear market was never here or that the bear market is over. Specifically on the S&P 500, the SPX, I realize it's not labeled as the S&P 500 right here, but it is. Don't let your eyes glaze over. I have a lot of lines drawn on this chart, but here we go. So I think there are, again, the fork in the road, two scenarios. The white lines in parentheses where every one of them says one, that is fork in the road number one, scenario number one. And this is the scenario where we can generally go lower from here. So 1.1, let's call it, where it says DCB dead cat bounce high. I'm saying that can be the level, and that was my level yesterday, where the S&P 500 could come up to and start its positioning right there. That's why I think this is such an important inflection point. And that's at about 5,470. If we can confirm the breakout above 5,470 on the S&P 500, that can be very immediate term bullish. It's still a bear market, but that would be immediate term bullish. If we can't confirm above and we break down, that's immediate term bearish. If we do break down from what could be the dead cat bounce high, we then go down to 1-2, the target low there, down at about 5,200. I then say we get another little dead cat bounce, position 1.3 there at about 5,375, and then get the nasty whoosh down all the way down to 1.4, my target low of about 4,750. Now, scenario 2 is the other fork in the road, the yellow lines. This is the scenario where we can march considerably higher in the very near term before the face-ripping sell-off. So here we are at, 2.1, all the way up top there at 2.1, the dead cat bounce high. If we can confirm on the S&P 500 above 5,470, the S&P 500 could go to about 5,660. It is absolutely possible. If that is ultimately chosen, we then are looking at target 2.2, that target low, about 5,230. From there, I think we can get a dead cat bounce to position 2.3, that dead cat bounce high, at about 5,440 before getting the nasty sell-off. Notice both of my target lows here, the final target lows, not the final bear market target lows, but my, in the next week or two target low, again, is down there at 4,780. Be watching both of these scenarios, understand how to react to both of them. One of the things that potentially could decide which scenario, which fork in the road that we take can be Google earnings after the bell closes today. Again, I'm really not concerned with what's in the rearview mirror, not really concerned with first quarter 2025 sales and revenues and profits. In a bear market, I'm looking forward. What are the forward-looking guidance for sales, revenues, and profits? That's what I will be looking for. This is not investment advice, and if you don't know me, I'm John Crocker, professional investor, proud American, cigar lover, and owner of Crocker Capital, LLC. A lot of the people in my email inbox today are very emotional because they have some short positions outstanding, and I do too. But because they are so nervous, because they are so afraid of these, that tells me a couple things, and you need to know these things, okay? Avoid being over leveraged when it works and it's going with you. You think you're the smartest person in the world and it's great. When it goes against you, you're crying. Don't become over leveraged. Understand before you even enter a trade how wrong you're willing to be where you are going to get out if the trade goes against you. And don't let your ego get in the way. Be able to put your ego aside and get out at your predetermined loss areas if it hits those steps. A lot of people right now aren't doing that. Those are the people that are scared. There are so many scam artists out there pretending to be me. You have to be so incredibly careful. If in the lower left-hand corner of this video, the handle says anything else other than exactly Crocker Capital, you are on a scam page. I literally just had a follower of mine send me an email saying that they were engaging in a Signal. That is an application, you may or may not be familiar with it. They got them to start a conversation in the app Signal with them, and we're trying to get them to buy cryptocurrency. It has my picture, they're using my name, they're using my logo. It is not me. I have one TikTok account, although there's about 130 of them out there on TikTok. I do not do business over text message. The only thing I say is email me, and I give you my email address. You can also just email me by clicking that little red email icon in my bio. But all of these scammers, they are not me. Beware. I am traveling tomorrow and Monday for a bit of a long weekend, so possibly I may not do a video tomorrow. We'll see what maybe I can come up with in the airport real quick. Maybe a video on Monday will come out a little earlier, but we shall see. But regardless of if I'm able to do a video or not, my members will always be up to date with everything that I'm doing and thinking.